The world had never stopped moving. It never waited. But in this moment, something was different. The streets were the same. The stadiums were the same. People were laughing, crying, playing. And yet, the world itself was shifting beneath their feet. Artificial intelligence was no longer science fiction. It was not a tool, not a novelty, not a helper. It was a presence. A force capable of creating, predicting, and outperforming humanity in almost every imaginable task. And suddenly, the most basic question arose everywhere. If machines can do everything, what will be left for us? People feared it. Some ignored it. Some panicked. But one man, standing as a symbol of discipline, determination, and relentless self-improvement, approached the question differently. Cristiano Ronaldo. A man who had reinvented himself again and again, overcoming limits, transforming failure into fuel, and proving that human will could bend reality itself, now looked at a future dominated by intelligence that wasn't human. And he didn't fear it. He saw opportunity. A silent revolution. The world didn't explode overnight. There were no machines marching in the streets. No dramatic chaos. The revolution was quiet. Invisible. Sweeping through offices, factories, hospitals, and schools. AI could compose music better than the most talented musicians. It could write novels in seconds. It could diagnose diseases with precision no doctor could match. It could predict the stock market. It could solve problems humans had struggled with for decades. People celebrated at first. Some thought life would become effortless. Others feared irrelevance. But the truth was undeniable, a new era had begun. And Cristiano Ronaldo watched it unfold with an intensity few could match. The question no one dared to ask. At a global technology summit, the brightest minds in AI gathered. They spoke of innovation, efficiency, and optimization. They predicted automation across every sector. Then Ronaldo stood on stage. And he asked the one question nobody else dared to speak aloud. If AI can do everything, what will we do? The audience paused. Some laughed nervously. Some frowned. Some finally realized the question wasn't about machines. It was about humanity. He continued. When I was young, people told me I wasn't fast enough, strong enough, talented enough. AI is faster than me. Smarter than me. Stronger than me. And yet, it cannot replace the fire inside me. It cannot feel what it means to fight, to fail, to rise again. The room fell silent. Because Ronaldo wasn't talking about football. He was talking about the essence of being human. The age of limitless capability. Within months, AI integration changed the world entirely. Self-driving vehicles replaced millions of drivers. AI-managed corporations ran smoother than any human could. Creativity became automated. Music, film, art, writing, education adapted instantly to each student's level. Every task, every challenge, every profession was being redefined. People no longer needed to write, calculate, or design, plan, organize, or research, memorize, or strategize. Machines did it all. It was meant to be paradise. And yet, something went wrong. The more humans relied on AI, the more they lost connection to their own capability. Identity began to blur. Discipline weakened. The sense of purpose faded. And Cristiano Ronaldo, as always, saw the solution where others only saw fear. If the machines take the tasks, humans must focus on what machines cannot replicate. The human edge. Ronaldo spoke again at an international broadcast, addressing hundreds of millions of viewers. Machines can do your work. Machines can predict outcomes. Machines can even imitate talent. But machines cannot dream. They cannot suffer. They cannot strive for greatness the way humans can. They cannot fight with heart, nor rise from failure. Your advantage, your edge, lies here. In your desire, your courage, your identity. In the fire that drives you to become more than you were yesterday. The message spread across social media. Across cities. Across continents. And for the first time, people realized, the real challenge wasn't AI. It was human complacency. The path forward. Ronaldo continued. If AI can do everything? Then we have a choice. We can do nothing, and become irrelevant. Or we can do what only humans can do, create meaning, inspire others, lead, innovate, love, and evolve ourselves. The machines will take your tasks. They cannot take your ambition. They cannot take your character. They cannot take your soul. And with that, a movement began. A movement not against AI, but alongside AI, a new generation realizing their potential, their humanity, and their irreplaceable value. The world had changed, but humanity had not. Machines could do everything, faster, smarter, without pause. And yet, people still wondered. Where do I fit in a world that no longer needs me? It was a question that echoed across every city, every home, every classroom. And once again, Cristiano Ronaldo, a man who had reinvented himself countless times, became a beacon of clarity. The new playing field. Ronaldo addressed a global audience via a live broadcast. AI is not the opponent, he said. It is the field. The arena. The rules are changing. And the question is simple. Are you going to adapt, or are you going to fade? He paused, letting the weight of his words sink in. Machines can predict outcomes, optimize performance, even imitate creativity. But they cannot feel failure. They cannot chase dreams with a burning heart. They cannot rise from defeat. They cannot create meaning from struggle. And the world listened. The Ronaldo principle. Cristiano had built his career on one principle: adaptation under pressure. Every setback, every criticism, every injury became fuel. He applied the same principle to the AI era. Identify the gaps AI cannot fill. Invest in personal growth. Push beyond comfort zones. Transform limitations into opportunities. If you want to survive, he said, you must grow in ways machines cannot. The emergence of the human edge. People began to see it clearly. AI could do tasks. Humans could develop traits. Emotional intelligence, creativity with purpose, moral judgment, leadership, vision, discipline. These traits became the new currency. No machine could replicate them completely. And those who mastered them were no longer competing against AI. They were leading alongside it. The training of the future human. Cristiano created a metaphor for this new era. If football taught me anything, it's this: talent is worthless without discipline. Machines have talent. They have speed. They have precision. But they lack will. The human who cultivates will, vision, and courage becomes unstoppable. Machines will amplify them, but they cannot replace them. The psychological shift. Society underwent a mental transformation. Fear turned into curiosity, panic turned into strategy, complacency turned into ambition. People started asking new questions. How can I work with AI, not against it? Which human skills will make me irreplaceable? How can I leverage automation to reach new heights? AI had not made humanity obsolete. It had forced humanity to awaken. The new generation of leaders. A wave of innovators, thinkers, creators, and leaders emerged. They embraced AI tools to expand their abilities. They focused on human skills AI cannot replicate. They treated AI as a partner, not a competitor. Cristiano observed this transformation and smiled. This is what I've always believed. When the rules change, the ones who adapt first become the champions. The focus on purpose. In a world where machines could do everything, purpose became the ultimate differentiator. Cristiano said, AI can do tasks. It can even do jobs. But it cannot pursue meaning. It cannot fight for a cause. It cannot suffer for a dream. It cannot be loyal to an ambition. Purpose was no longer optional. It became the foundation for human relevance. The transformation is personal. The greatest lesson of Part 2, AI forces self-reflection. Who are you beyond your work? What defines your value if tasks are automated? How will you grow when machines remove your excuses? Ronaldo's message was clear. Humanity is not threatened by AI. It is challenged by inaction. And those who act, who develop, who push, who lead, will not only survive. They will thrive. Cristiano stepped onto the stage one last time. No lights. No applause. Just truth. AI can do everything, he said, his voice steady, but it cannot do you. It cannot replace your will. It cannot replicate your fire. It cannot live your story. The final shift: choices define us. The era of automation has arrived. Tasks, jobs, and processes are being done faster, smarter, better. And the question remains: what will we do now? Ronaldo's answer was simple. Grow where machines cannot, lead where machines cannot, create where machines cannot. The machine can do tasks. Humans create meaning. Humans choose purpose. Humans rise. The human edge. Even in a world run by AI, three things remain ours. Vision, machines calculate. Humans dream; courage, machines avoid risk. Humans grow through it; identity, machines imitate. Humans are irreplaceable. These traits, Ronaldo said, are your advantage. Your legacy. Your power. The final lesson. AI is not the enemy. Fear is the enemy. Complacency is the enemy. Stand up, he declared. Push further. Learn more. Create relentlessly. Lead without hesitation. Machines can do everything, but they cannot be human. That is our power. That is our choice. The call to action. The stadium erupted. The world watched. A generation awakened. Cristiano concluded. The future belongs to those who show up. Who rise beyond comfort. Who grow faster than the world changes. Who embrace their humanity and their greatness. AI can do everything. But humans can do what matters. And that is how we define the next era.